morning's presentation on Europe, featuring APT's luxury European river cruises, as well as land and rail journeys. My name is Bianca and it's my pleasure this morning to be taking you through quite a wide range of our wonderful programs, introducing you to some of the immersive and also unforgettable experiences that you can enjoy as our guests. Our 2019 APT Europe brochure is out now, and it's jam-packed with a whole host of all of our inclusive itineraries covering Europe as well as the UK. We do have as well some fabulous super deal savings which are available for 2019 departures if you're making a booking by the 30th of November this year. In addition to those great deals, you can also now earn Qantas frequent flyer points on all of our APT holidays. You'll earn 2 points per dollar spent on an APT luxury river cruise holiday, or 1 point per dollar on all other APT holidays, including our classic land journeys and small group discoveries. Throughout Europe, APT covers an impressive range of countries, and you can explore a number of regions in depth on one of our luxury river cruise programs. We travel along the Rhine, Main and Danube rivers between Budapest and Amsterdam, as well as offering extensions in the lower Danube region towards the Black Sea. You can also explore France with us, cruising the Rhone River from Arles all the way to Lyon, where we reach the Alps. You can also travel between Paris and Normandy on the Seine River, exploring the beautiful Normandy region, and also throughout the Bordeaux wine region, cruising along the Garonne and Dordogne rivers up into the Gironde estuary. We also cruise along the stunning Douro River, which is completely UNESCO heritage listed, throughout Porto, right through to Barcelona in Portugal. And in 2019, we're also heading back into Russia, cruising between St. Petersburg and Moscow along the stunning Volga.
Just when you thought you'd seen it all, welcome aboard. It's over here that kingdoms, vast and small, rise and fall before your eyes as you comfortably cruise by, where the most stunning landscapes ebb and flow in a rhythm of their own, as you feast on local produce. Be entertained by lullabies and dances, symphonies of songs, all inspired by the river you're on, where you can choose your own perspective or share the same objective to just have a whole lot of fun. Then enjoy a favourite site in a whole new light with a front seat reserved for you. No wonder most people say that its rivers are the only way to experience Europe. APT Europe River Cruise. Isn't it nice we can still surprise you?
Across all of our river cruises, we give you access to exclusive experiences which are not available with anybody else. For example, our visit to the stunning Normandy Castle in the Rhine Valley. And unlike our competitors, our program always gives you the freedom to design your holiday, so it can be based on your personal interests. We ensure that you experience the best of each and every season through our special seasonal inclusions, such as heading to the Keukenhof Gardens during springtime whilst we're in Amsterdam. And we also always ensure that you travel in comfort. On our small group discoveries, we do take larger coaches than our competitors, and on our classic journeys, we offer 40-seater coaches. From the moment you depart, right to the moment you return, everything you need and nothing that you don't need is included in the trip price you pay when you make your booking. And that means you're 100% free to make the most of every moment without any hassles or wondering what it's all going to cost. It's a luxuriously liberating way for you to travel, and once you experience it, I can promise you that you'll never want to travel any other way again. At APT, we understand that your holiday is just that, it's yours, and you want to be able to do what you want, when you want, and that you're able to do exactly what we offer on an APT journey to your own taste. We're always working behind the scenes, making sure that we take care of every little detail so that you can travel without a care in the world. And we call it APT Freedom, and we've got 5 freedom promises to prove it. We're also making it easier for you now to match your own style of travel to your personal interests. So we offer a number of ways that you can explore Europe, all of which bear the award-winning hallmarks of travel the APT way. Starting with our luxury river cruising. So you can let the wonders of Europe come to you. You'll unpack once and relax on board one of our floating boutique hotels and enjoy an all-inclusive lifestyle, taking care of all of the details with no hidden extras. We also offer classic journeys throughout Europe in a style that's distinctly and delightfully APT. We have a maximum of just 40 passengers on our classic journeys, covering all of the must-sees that Europe has to offer. So that means major cities as well as some of the more hidden sites and regional areas. And throughout, you'll enjoy quality dining with many meals included, ample leisure time, and of course you'll be staying in luxurious 5-star centrally located accommodation. We also offer small group discoveries where you can enjoy a complete immersion at a nice leisurely pace. With no more than 19 other like-minded travellers, you'll be travelling in a Wi-Fi equipped coach that would normally hold up to 40 guests, but with just 20 passengers on board, and you'll stay in unique properties. These tours offer after-hours sightseeing, not available to larger groups, and you'll get to explore each region much more in depth than you would on any other style of tour. Whether it's a musical performance in a centuries-old palace or an incredible insight into Europe's legendary history, you can take a culture and heritage freedom of choice tour with APT, or perhaps even an exclusive invitation to visit ancient architectural wonders or have a complete cultural immersion. We also offer gourmet delight freedom of choice inclusions where you can savour fine cuisine in Michelin-starred restaurants or visit fresh food markets, historic vineyards for wine tastings, or maybe even head into some local farms to sample their regional produce. In 2019, we also offer relax and revive options so that you can acquaint yourself with some of the finest local options on board our river cruise ships and really unleash your inner Renoir as you take an art class or perhaps indulge in learning a foreign language along the way. You can also get active by taking out one of our onboard bikes or be guided by our local experts as you set off exploring on a Get Active tour. And we also give you options to even enjoy a round of golf or find your rhythm with a dance class. And these are all ways that you can tailor your sightseeing throughout your APT river cruise. New in 2019, we have a whole host of new signature experiences that are once-in-a-lifetime moments designed exclusively for our valued APT guests. So these are those once-in-a-lifetime moments or the wow moments that you're going to come back and remember for many, many years to come. In 2019, we're including the Grand Empress Steam Train, which is going to give you an insight into imperial rail travel, and you can follow in the footsteps of Empress Sisi of Bavaria with a welcome reception at the royal waiting room at Budapest station, followed by a royal lunch during a journey to one of her favourite residences, Godolo Palace. So these signature experiences allow you to see another side of the destination rather than just what all of the tourists will see. And these will operate on select departures between April and September, but signature experiences feature throughout all of our APT Europe River Cruise programs. APT are the world leaders in European river cruising, and we've really opened up the world to the Australian and New Zealand traveller. When you choose to travel with APT, who are co-owners of ARMA Waterways, you're choosing to travel with the world's leading river cruise operator, and we have some of the most critically acclaimed ships on the rivers. Life on board an APT European river cruise is of course very relaxing, and we have a number of wonderful places where you can relax and unwind after a long day of sightseeing. We offer fresh air and stunning views on our sun deck, where you'll have 360-degree views of the river vistas that you're passing by, as well as some wonderful social areas so you can enjoy tea and coffee 24 hours a day, and of course those beautiful observation areas. We also offer a library, boutique, a wellness centre so you can enjoy massages on board, and also 24-hour reception, so you've always got somebody on hand to answer any of your questions. And of course, whilst we're cruising, there's also engaging entertainment to enjoy in our showroom, as well as taking in some lectures, perhaps by our local guides or cruise directors, and some exciting music recitals on board in addition to that. One of the best parts about river cruising and staying on board one of our luxury river ships is that you have the opportunity to choose your suite. So you'll have the opportunity to choose from a number of different styles, whether you would like just a window so that you can see out, or perhaps even one of our beautiful twin balcony cabins, which are exclusive to the APT Concerto ships, giving you the opportunity to have both an indoor and outdoor balcony experience. So the size, location and type of balcony is entirely up to you, and you can discover Europe in the style that you want. We're going to take a look now at our #1 itinerary, which is Magnificent Europe, stretching between Budapest and Amsterdam and taking in some of the most iconic imperial cities along the Rhine, Main and Danube rivers, as well as some quaint riverside villages and tiny hidden gems. Magnificent Europe includes unique experiences in up to 16 different destinations. You'll have APT's freedom of choice touring inclusions in 10 separate locations, and of course an expert APT cruise director to escort you for your entire journey. We include the finest dining. You've got a total of 41 meals included on this itinerary, as well as a range of complimentary beverages served on board. There is butler service and room service, as well as complimentary laundry and champagne on arrival for selected suites. And just with all of our river cruises, we include transfers, port charges, and the all-important tipping to make this a seamless journey throughout. You'll be travelling for 15 days on board one of our stunning Concerto river ships, starting in Budapest and finishing in Amsterdam 15 days later. We begin in Budapest, which of course is the home to the third largest parliament building in the world, which covers an area of 18,000 square metres. There are also 20 kilometres of stairs inside the parliament building. On day 1 in Budapest, we enjoy a twilight cruise and will be enchanted by the sparkling city lights. And on day 2, we enjoyed a guided tour of Budapest, including that visit to the parliament. Our brand new Royal Invitation, new for 2019, will take us from Budapest Station, following in the footsteps of Elizabeth of Bavaria, who was known as Sissi, Empress of Austria, and later Queen of Hungary during the Austro-Hungarian Empire in the late 1800s. After a half-day tour of Budapest, we'll enjoy our welcome reception in the Royal Waiting Room at Budapest Railway Station before boarding this historic steam train, which includes original dining cars that date back to the early 1900s. Our guests will sit down to a 3-course lunch on board the train as they travel to Godolo Palace for a tour. This was a coronation gift when Franz Joseph and Sissi were crowned King and Queen of Hungary, and it was known to be Sissi's favourite residence. We'll then return to Budapest by train and reboard our ship. The time on board the train journey is approximately 1 hour each way, so plenty of time to enjoy that beautiful style of imperial rail travel that Sissi herself enjoyed. In Vienna, we'll visit the newly renovated city palace. This is a magnificent aristocratic residence in the heart of Vienna, and APT guests will be welcomed at a cocktail reception before heading to the ballroom for a private classical concert featuring members of the Mozart Boys Choir. Of course, Vienna is known as the city of music because of its magical musical legacy. So here we'll get to hear from some of the most wonderful pieces of composers such as Johann Strauss and Mozart. During our time in Vienna, we also include freedom of choice options, such as a visit to Schönbrunn Palace, which is pictured here. You'll have the opportunity to take a tour inside the magnificent palace of the Habsburgs, or perhaps also enjoy some time to wander the beautiful grounds. There's also an optional Bratislava excursion. Travelling out to nearby Slovakia on an excursion to the capital, you'll get to see some of the key landmarks of the city's time under communist rule. And a brand new option in 2019 is to take a round of golf at Schloss Schönbrunn, which is just outside Vienna, and the club is a member of one of the finest golf courses of the world. In Linz, we'll enjoy freedom of choice touring. Our first option is to head to Český Krumlov on a tour with included lunch at a local restaurant. We'll drive approximately 2.5 hours from Passau out to Český Krumlov, and if we're travelling from Linz, it's about an 1.5 hour drive. Our second option is to head to Salzburg for a Sound of Music tour with an included lunch at a local restaurant. And this particular journey is about 2 hours from Passau to Salzburg, or an 1.5 hours from Salzburg to Linz. Our third option is just enjoying a relaxing sailing day when we head to Passau from Linz, and you'll enjoy a wonderful city tour on arrival. In Nuremberg, which is known, of course, for holding the Nazi Party rallies, which led to the city being the home of the war trials after World War II, we'll enjoy some freedom of choice options, whether that be a city tour, which takes you to a selection of the World War II sites, such as the Reich Party rally grounds. You might even be able to discover the medieval architecture, including 900-year-old ramparts that surround the city. There's also an option to take a guided hike where you can walk in the footsteps of the Swedish king with a hike through the stunning Swartha Valley. Or you can travel on to Rothenburg on the romantic road and set out on a tour of this well-preserved medieval town. And Rothenburg is also home to the famous Christmas Museum. When we visit Rüdesheim, we have some incredible freedom of choice options available. You might choose to take a gondola ride and glide over the emerald green vineyards of the Rhine Valley on one of the gondolas and enjoy some of those stunning vistas. Alternatively, you can head to Siegfried's Mechanical Instrument Museum and take in some sights of the charming town of Rüdesheim along the way whilst you visit the eccentric and unique museum. Or you might like to take a wine tasting. So on board you'll get to sample some Riesling varieties that are signature to the region and enjoy with some accompanying local dishes. Whilst we're travelling through the Rhine Valley, we'll dock in Andernach and visit Namedy Castle. Princess Heidi von Hohenzollern has opened the doors of her turreted home, Namedy, exclusively for APT guests. Later, we'll head to the castle's exquisite ballroom for a lavish royal banquet. And we'll cruise, of course, across the stunning Rhine Valley. The Rhine Gorge itself is a 65-kilometre section of the Rhine River between Koblenz and Bingen in Germany, which was added to the UNESCO Heritage List of World Heritage Sites in June 2002. And in Amsterdam, freedom of choice options include the chance to take an excursion to Zandvoort, a picturesque village which is famous for its wooden windmills, barns and houses, and you'll enjoy a cheese-making demonstration followed by a tasting here. You also have the alternative option of taking a canal cruise, which is perfect for first-time visitors to Amsterdam, or the chance to relax on board and take in a baking demonstration of stroopwafel and enjoy a relaxing morning on board. On selected spring departures, you'll also have the chance to visit the Keukenhof Gardens in Amsterdam as well. So you'll get to see all of the beautiful colours in bloom. APT also offers the chance for our guests to extend their stay with a grand city stay in Prague, which of course is famous for its castle, which has been the home to a Czech king, a president, and even a Roman Empire. And it's the largest castle area in the world, covering a whopping 18 acres in total. And here we'll be inspired and enchanted as we also take a visit to the chateau out for a private tour, and after lunch enjoy an exclusive falconry display with birds of prey to delight us with their free flying. Other optional city stays include Paris, London, and also Amsterdam, where you can stay an additional 3 nights at the Amsterdam Marriott Hotel, perhaps travel out to The Hague and visit the Royal Delft Museum, which is the last remaining Delft blue pottery factory from the 17th century, and also enjoy some signature experiences such as lunch overlooking the sea at the famous Hotel Kurhaus. There's also now a grand city stay available in Berlin, including a guided tour where we'll visit the Brandenburg Gate and Alexanderplatz and also see the Reichstag. There's also visits to Checkpoint Charlie and also some wonderful freedom of choice options, including a Berlin art tour where you'll get to discover a different side to Berlin, embarking on a tour that showcases its thriving art scene, and also a chance to step back to the bygone era and be greeted by a modern-day Lord of Berlin and enjoy a glass of champagne in his home that is reminiscent of Berlin's past. APT also offers some additional chances for you to explore the lower part of the Danube region, and the voyage through the Balkans, Budapest return, gives you unforgettable holiday experiences in up to 11 destinations, including freedom of choice in 7 different locations. And highlights on this particular itinerary include not only sailing throughout the Balkans on the Danube River, but also visiting Bratislava in Slovakia. On day 2, we'll get to admire Bratislava on a guided tour, and later attend a traditional folklore show in the old town. Perhaps you'll even get to learn a few Slovak dance moves before sampling some of the delicious local specialties, and here you can see Bratislava Castle pictured. On day 6, we visit Belgrade in Serbia, and freedom of choice options here include the chance to visit Belgrade Fortress and the Serbian Orthodox Temple of St. Sava. Alternatively, you might like to explore the city by bike or visit a brandy distillery for a tasting. We also get to cruise past Romania's rock sculpture of Desa Balau and also take in some incredible scenic cruising through the Iron Gate. For 2019, we also have a brand new itinerary, the Grand European by Rail, and of course this is giving you the best of Europe by rail and cruise, combining Amsterdam to Budapest on our magnificent Europe, in addition to a wonderful rail journey throughout Italy, Switzerland, France, heading right up into the Netherlands. We'll get to take in the sights of Italy, Switzerland and France whilst travelling in the comfort of business or first-class rail. And highlights include high-speed trains throughout Italy and France, as well as travelling on in the Glass Dome on the Golden Pass rail journey to Montreux. Our land-only option includes 1 night in Amsterdam, and all porterage is included to make for a nice and easy journey. APT also offers an extensive range of river cruising programs throughout beautiful France, experiencing quaint riverside villages, taking in some of the most incredible gastronomic experiences, and also, of course, the masterpieces of the artists of the region. There's numerous overnight stays on our French river cruises, ensuring that you get ample time to explore. And on each French river, there are multiple occasions where our ships dock overnight in a town or city, so you can even head out and explore on your own or perhaps enjoy some of the wonderful local restaurants. There's multiple night stays mean that you'll get to slow down the journey and have the opportunity to perhaps have a free afternoon to explore independently and also get to see more of these places like the locals do. My favourite French itinerary is our romantic Rhone and Seine cruise, which is 18 days from Barcelona through to Paris, giving you unique experiences in up to 15 destinations, as well as freedom of choice inclusions in 12 locations, and you'll have fine dining included with a total of 45 meals taken care of, complimentary beverages served on board your river cruise, and of course for those of you in selected suites, you'll also get to enjoy room service and champagne on arrival. We begin our journey with a grand city stay in Barcelona, staying 3 nights at the Hotel El Palace. Our signature experience in Barcelona is a private tour of Antoni Gaudi's Casa Batlló before it is open to the public. We begin our first river cruise in Arles in France, where you'll get to see the Roman and Romanesque monuments of Arles, which were listed recently as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Dutch post-impressionist painter Vincent van Gogh lived in Arles during 1888 and 1889, and here he produced over 300 paintings and drawings. The Arles amphitheatre that you can see in the picture dates from the year 90 AD, and this was capable in its time of seating over 20,000 spectators, and was built to provide entertainment in the form of chariot races and hand-to-hand gladiatorial battles. But today it draws large crowds for bullfighting and also plays and concerts in the summertime. During our time in Arles, we'll have freedom of choice options such as a chance to visit the castle ruins in Les Baux de Provence and also sample some of the local produce at an olive mill, or you can take a hike in the Camargue National Reserve to see the incredible bird life. In Avignon, we include a walking tour and also the Palace of the Popes, where you'll have VIP access and discover the historical palace that was once the most important medieval Gothic building in Europe. We'll also have the chance to choose to play a round of golf if you feel like getting a little more active. New in the 2019 main brochure, we'll also visit the PONT de GARD for a tour and tasting, followed by a cocktail reception accompanied by local musicians. And really the best time to do so is as the sun is starting to set. This has replaced our Grignan Castle tour. Our freedom of choice touring throughout the Beaujolais region gives us the chance to visit some of France's most idyllic villages, and here we can see the village of ROUEN in the picture, where we'll get to head to a winery for a tour and tasting. There's also an opportunity to visit a local farm before travelling on to Châtillon-sur-Chalaronne. You can even take a bike and maybe cycle out of the city onto some small countryside roads and wind your way through the vineyards, where you'll get to delight in a wine tasting. In Lyon, we enjoy freedom of choice inclusions such as a guided walking tour through the silk shops and discover some of the historic areas and tiny hidden streets, or perhaps even indulge in a culinary walk where you can tantalise your taste buds on a culinary walk through Lyon and the Les Halles marketplace and browse some of the gourmet stores and the fresh food markets, and that was certainly my favourite when I visited Lyon 2 years ago. Our signature experience, which is absolutely unforgettable on the Rhone, is where we'll get to savour some fine French cuisine during our dinner at l'Abbaye de Collonges, which was founded by the acclaimed French chef Paul Bocuse. We dock in Le Havre, where we'll get to disembark our ship to discover Honfleur, which is one of Normandy's most charming port towns, and also whilst cruising along the Seine River, we'll get to visit the Palais Benedictine for a signature experience where APT guests will enjoy an after-hours visit to Palais Benedictine in Normandy. Whilst having a tour of the museum, we'll also get to visit the distillery, followed by a cocktail show and also dinner in the Abbot's Hall. There's also opportunities with our freedom of choice to visit the sites of the Battle of the Somme, or join a walking tour through Rouen and see Notre Dame Cathedral and the square where Joan of Arc was martyred, and again the chance to enjoy a round of golf. New for 2019 is our Paris to Aix-en-Provence by rail, followed by a Rhone and Seine cruise, all combined in one beautiful 25-day rail journey. No rail journey is over 4 hours long, and you'll be travelling first class throughout, so it makes for a very comfortable and luxurious journey. This particular itinerary also includes all porterage between hotel to hotel, so you won't have to fuss with your bags, and we'll be travelling on high-speed trains, which is definitely the best way to get around France in comfort and style. First class travel is always included with APT, as is the luggage service, dropping your bags from hotel to hotel. And of course our signature experiences throughout, so you can treat your taste buds to some fine dining at the Michelin star Le Barbecue, or delight in a visit to Chateaubriand and sample some fine wines and olive oils. We also have another wonderful new experience, which is Grand Bordeaux with Luc Nguyen, brand new for 2019. This Luc Nguyen hosted departure includes both our Paris city stay and also the Bordeaux cruise, and Luc will host both of these. Exclusive experiences include a cooking class and lunch with our APT ambassador, with matched wines in Paris and a dinner cooked by Luc at Le Terrasse Rouge, which is a restaurant located in the heart of the Saint-Emilion wine region. The 11-day option departs on the 26th of August 2019. However, you can choose to take the 8-day cruise-only departure, which leaves on August 29. On day 3 in Paris, we'll have a special signature experience where Luc will join us at the culinary school, and we'll get to sample the art of French Vietnamese cuisine from the master himself. We'll then also get to savour some of our own efforts while they're accompanied by perfectly matched wine. On day 8, we're in Lisbon in Saint-Emilion, and we'll head to the underground monolithic church with Luc, as well as enjoy some free time to explore. And one of the biggest highlights of this particular itinerary is that we'll also get to have some time to explore the wonderful city of Bordeaux. In Spain, Portugal and Morocco, APT offers the chance to cruise through the stunning Douro Valley, bask in Spain's sun-drenched scenery, and perhaps even take in some of the immersive opportunities in the historic cities of Porto, Lisbon, and also the other UNESCO heritage-listed regions. We cruise on board the stylish Amavida, which was custom built for the Douro River. She has just 53 cabins with a pool atop the sun deck, alfresco dining options, and on this particular ship we can also offer wonderful outdoor balconies. Douro Delight between Lisbon and Madrid is APT's #1 itinerary in this region, and this unforgettable holiday includes unique experiences in up to 13 destinations, as well as freedom of choice touring in 3 locations, and you'll have a total of 29 fine dining meals included, as well as complimentary beverages served on board your cruise, and of course the return airport transfers, port charges and tipping that accompany all APT River Cruise options. We start in Lisbon, of course, Portugal's sunny capital, with a tour of the city and a ride on the city's iconic tram cars before visiting its charming old town. In Porto, guests will get to enjoy freedom of choice options such as taking a cable car ride and enjoying a port tasting, maybe even journeying out to Matosinhos and visit a traditional restaurant for a cooking demonstration of some of the local delicacies, or the chance to enjoy an active walking tour through the city's medieval streets and the old harbour quarter of Ribeira. New in 2019, in Porto, we'll also discover the astounding Palácio de Bolsa during a guided tour and follow and follow that with a cocktail reception and a traditional concert in the spectacular Arabian Hall. One of the major highlights of this particular itinerary, though, of course, is cruising through the dramatic gorges of the Douro Valley through to Pinhão, where we'll get to enjoy dinner. And this is completely UNESCO heritage listed and one of the oldest wine regions in the world. APT's Aventuras of Spain between Barcelona and Madrid gives you the chance to visit the port town of Palamos and experience a live seafood auction before being treated to a cooking demonstration showcasing some of the local Catalan seafood specialties, and also gives you the opportunity to visit a medieval fishing village outside San Sebastian, where we'll experience an amazing introduction to Basque cuisine with a Pinchos cooking class. We'll visit the Parador de Cardona in Spain, where we'll have a one-night stay in a beautiful medieval castle with centuries of history. Standing high atop a promontory overlooking the charming town of Cardona, you'll really feel like you've stepped back in time to the Middle Ages during our time here. And of course, in San Sebastian, we'll get to stroll along those stunning oceanfront promenades. In 2019, you can explore some of the most fascinating cities with APT through Russia, Scandinavia and the Baltics. And to do so, we employ the use of APT's MS Valentina, which has been purpose-built for the Russian waterways. Our holidays throughout Russia and Scandinavia include unique experiences in up to 7 different destinations, and also the finest dining as well as beer, wine and soft drinks with lunch and dinner on your cruise. And our #1 itinerary in this region is Russian waterways, 13 days travelling between St. Petersburg to Moscow. This includes freedom of choice inclusions in 2 different locations, St. Petersburg and Moscow, as well as your finest dining in a number of locations. Signature experiences along the way include the chance to appreciate Russia's art scene as you delight in a breathtaking private ballet performance at the Hermitage Theatre, and experience a special tour before the museum is open to the public, where we'll take in the exclusive Hermitage Peacock Clock ceremony as well. APT also stays one night in St. Petersburg at the centrally located Kempinski Hotel, and also one night post-cruise in Moscow at the centrally located Hotel Belchuk Kempinski also, which means that you've got ample time in addition to the night spent on the ship in those cities, so that you can explore on foot and not have to spend up to an hour travelling from the port into the city of St. Petersburg or Moscow. We'll head out and enjoy a tour of the lavish Catherine Palace and grounds, which were constructed in the 18th century. And we'll spend some time exploring here before spending the afternoon at our leisure to take in the sights of St. Petersburg. And in the evening, we'll delight in a ballet performance at the famous Hermitage Theatre, one of the world's most renowned theatres. We visit Kishi Island, situated on Lake Onega. This is home to some of Russia's most amazing wooden architecture, and we'll explore the open-air museum of wooden buildings and marvel at the World Heritage listed Transfiguration Church that you can see pictured here, which was built in 1714 without the use of a single nail. Your holiday can be extended throughout Scandinavia, including Russian waterways, when you travel between Copenhagen to Moscow on our 28-day Wonders of Scandinavia with Russian waterways. You'll enjoy unique experiences in up to 18 destinations, APT's freedom of choice inclusions in 4 locations, and fine dining with a total of 63 meals included. We'll get to be at the Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen during their 175-year birthday celebrations in 2019, We'll also get to cruise the Flam Railway and experience one of the world's most scenic rail trips. Of course, we do this one as a return journey, where most companies only do that one way. We'll get to take a cruise along the RHINE Fjord, which is one of the deepest fjords of Norway, and our hotel is situated right on the fjord with guaranteed fjord views. And this is what you'll get to experience travelling through the regions of Norway. Take a cruise on the RHINE Fjord and be astounded by the deep blue waters of the UNESCO Heritage Protected Area, where you'll see mountain peaks and wild waterfalls and lush emerald vegetation. Of course, there are many ways, many different itineraries and many experiences that you can have with APT, and from your very first booking, you can discover the world with us and become one of our APT Club members. So from the time you book your very first unforgettable journey, we'll welcome you into the APT Club. And benefits range from your very first booking as a silver member right through to becoming a diamond member with your 6th APT tour or more. And there are a number of different benefits, such as a range of exclusive merchandise and also ways that you can enhance your journey as a part of an APT Club membership. You can also extend and enhance your journey with APT's personal travel concierge. Our concierge allows you to tailor your independent discovery of Europe. You'll get to explore hidden treasures and laneways by creating experiences of a lifetime through your own personalised travel concierge, which you can access via a smartphone or a tablet device. And this offers you some incredible features such as GPS, interactive local maps, guided walks, points of interest, and you can get all of those without requiring any connection to Wi-Fi or internet, which is fantastic. There's personalised travel information and itineraries that can be accessed through the app. Before you leave, travel tips. You can also interact with fellow travellers and our APT cruise and tour directors whilst you're travelling. And you can also get information about day-to-day travel essentials such as currency conversion, maybe what the weather is going to be, look at world time, and even get real-time updates whilst you're on tour. So you'll never miss an update from your cruise or tour director. If you're a Diamond APT Club member, then you can also use your complimentary iPad mini to access the travel concierge. Before I finish the presentation this morning, I wanted to mention our fantastic 2019 super deals, which are available right through for bookings made until the 30th of November 2018. Our Fly Free, including taxes, is probably our most known and loved offer, and this is available on any of the 14-night river cruise programs. You can choose to fly business class from $3,995 including taxes, and even if you are travelling as a solo, there are opportunities for you to pay no solo supplement on selected departures in 2019. If you'd like more information about these deals, then please feel free to contact APT or your local travel agent. For those of you who might be interested in travelling on a 4-star premium journey so that you can enjoy exceptional value and perhaps some more free time and flexibility, then Travel Marvel is the APT Group's premium cruising and touring brand. You'll still get to experience our expertise and the confidence that you're travelling with a company that delivers 98% customer satisfaction. You'll also enjoy flexible touring and cruising on some of the same destinations that APT has to offer, but also a range of destinations exclusive to Travel Marvel. There's plenty of freedom to explore and, of course, some great comprehensive inclusions. We also have another sister brand, which is Botanica, giving you the chance to experience gardens, history, art, music, and some gourmet experiences with like-minded travellers. And you can do this throughout Europe, Asia, the Americas and Australasia with the TANUBE. Thank you so much for attending the webinar today. I hope you've learned a lot about our wonderful programs that we have to offer, and we look forward to seeing you on board one of our wonderful European river cruises in 2019. Thank you so much and have a great day.